Hello everyone, this is Dr. K. Jagannayaki, Professor in MBA Department, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad. So today's topic is case studies on markets and new economic environment. After going through this topic, the learner will be able to understand and apply the concept of markets and new economic environment, and they can able to analyze real life scenarios. So case study 1, entry of a new e-commerce player in an emerging market. The scenario is that a global e-commerce giant is considering entering an emerging market in Southeast Asia. The region has seen rapid economic growth, increased internet penetration, and a young tech-savvy population. However, the market is dominated by local players and there are concerns about regulatory challenges, cultural differences, and competition. The tasks to be performed are evaluate the market potential, including consumer behavior, purchasing power, and growth trends in e commerce. Second, analyze the competitive environment, focusing on local e commerce players, their market share, and strategies. Third, identify potential regulatory hurdles, including tariffs, data privacy laws, and e commerce regulations. Fourth, propose a market entry strategy considering the identified opportunities and risks. Should the company enter the market through partnerships, acquisitions, or a direct investment approach? And fifth one is discuss how the economic environment, including currency fluctuations, trade policies, and economic growth rates, could impact the company's operations in the region. So let us find out the solution. So first of all, we should analyze the market. So under market analysis, we have consumer behavior, purchasing power, growth trends. So consumer behavior, the population in this region is increasingly adapting online shopping, which are driven by convenience and competitive pricing and a growing middle class. So mobile commerce is particularly significant due to high smartphone penetration. Coming to the purchase power, while purchasing power is lower than in developed markets, it is rapidly increasing, creating a large potential market for affordable products. Growth trends. The e commerce market is expected to grow at a double digit rate over the next 5 years, fueled by rising internet access and consumer confidence in online transactions. Then, coming to competitive landscape, local players means local e-commerce platforms dominate the market, leveraging deep local knowledge, established logistic networks, and strong brand loyalty. Market share, the top three local players control over 70% of the market, offering a mix of products ranging from electronics to fashion and groceries. Strategies, local competitors focus on low prices, fast delivery, and localized customer service. So, some have also expanded into fintech, offering digital payment solutions. And third one is about regulatory challenges. So, under which we used to discuss about the tariffs, import duties and taxes on foreign goods can increase cost for the e-commerce giant, affecting price competitiveness. Data privacy laws. So, strict data protection regulations may require the company to localize data storage and processing, adding operational complexity. Then, e commerce regulations. The government is considering new regulations to protect local businesses, which could impose additional restrictions on foreign e commerce companies. Next, market entry strategy. So, in case of market entry strategies, we have partnerships, localized approach, and investment in infrastructure. So, coming to partnership, forming strategic partnerships with local companies help to navigate the competitive landscape and regulatory environment. So, this could include partnerships with local logistics providers, or sometimes the company may acquire a stake in a leading local e-commerce platform. And coming to localized approach, the company should consider a localized marketing strategy offering products tailored to local taste and preferences and using local languages and payment methods. Then investment in infrastructure. To ensure fast delivery, the company could invest in local warehousing and last mile delivery services. Then next, the impact of economic environment. So the economic environment may be impacted by currency fluctuations, trade policies, and due to changes in terms of economic growth rates. So currency fluctuations means here volatility in the local currency could impact pricing strategies and profitability. So the company should consider hedging strategies to mitigate currency risk. Trade policies means changes in terms of trade policies such as new tariffs or trade agreements could either increase cost or provide new opportunities. And economic growth rates, a robust economic growth rate would likely boost consumer spending and demand for e-commerce. However, due to economic downturns, they could reduce disposable income and consumer confidence. Second case study is the impact of digital currency on traditional banking. The scenario is a central bank in a developed country is considering the introduction of a digital currency to modernize the financial system, enhance financial inclusion, and reduce the reliance on physical cash. So, introduction of CBDC could disrupt traditional banks, affect monetary policy, and change consumer behavior. So, coming to the task, first one is examine the potential impact of digital currency on the traditional banking sector, including deposits, lending, and payment systems. Second, analyze factors that would influence consumer adoption of digital currency, including ease of use, security, and trust in the central bank. Third one, discuss how the introduction of CBDC could affect the central bank's ability to conduct monetary policy, particularly in terms of controlling inflation and managing interest rates. And fourth one, propose strategies for traditional banks to adapt to the new economic environment created by the introduction of digital currency. Consider the broader economic environment, including technological infrastructure, cybersecurity risks, and global economic trends in the implementation of CBDC. So, let us dis- discuss the things that are useful to analyze the case. The first one is impact of CBDC. So, analysis of CBDC impact deposits. So, if consumers shift their money from bank deposits to digital currency accounts with the central bank, traditional banks could see a decrease in their deposit base, affecting their ability to lend. Next, lending. A reduction in deposits could limit the funds available for banks to lend, potentially leading to higher interest rates or reduced credit availability. Payment systems. CBDC could offer a faster, cheaper, and more secure alternative to traditional payment systems, reducing the demand for bank issued credit and debit cards. Second one, consumer adoption, ease of use. The digital currency must be user friendly, accessible through smartphones, and interoperable with existing financial services. Security, high levels of security and privacy protections are essential to gain consumer trust. The central bank should ensure that the digital currency is resistant to cyber attacks. And next, trust in central bank. Consumers' trust in the central bank and government will be crucial for widespread adoption. So, transparency in management of CBDC will help build this trust among the customers. Then, monetary policy implications. Control of inflation. CBDC could enhance the central bank's ability to control inflation by allowing more precise control of money supply. For example, the central bank could impose negative interest rates on digital currency to encourage spending during deflationary periods. Coming to interest rates, the central bank could directly influence interest rates on digital currency accounts, potentially bypassing commercial banks and alternating traditional monetary policy transmission mechanism. Then banking sector response, innovation and adaptation. So banks should invest in digital innovations such as offering new financial products that integrate with the digital currency. So they could also focus on enhancing customer experience through personalized services. The next, partnership with fintechs. So collaborating with fintech companies could also help the banks to offer competitive digital services, and they can able to maintain relevance in a changing financial landscape. Then diversification. So banks may need to diversify their revenue streams, focusing more on fee-based services, wealth management, and financial advisory services rather than relying heavily on traditional deposits and lending models. Then economic environment considerations. So under economic environment considerations, the first one is technological infrastructure. So the success of CBDC depends on robust technological infrastructure, including widespread internet access and secure payment network. Then cybersecurity risk. The central bank must prioritize cybersecurity to protect the digital currency system from hacking and fraud, ensuring the stability and trustworthiness of the financial system. Then, global economic trends. The global movement towards digital currencies and cashless societies should be considered. So, the bank should also monitor the actions of other countries, especially major economies, in adapting similar technologies. The next case study is the gig economy and labor market dynamics. So, the rise of gig economy, characterized by short term contracts and freelance work, has transformed traditional labor markets. A technology company that operates a popular ride sharing platform is evaluating the economic and social implications of the gig economy and how it should adapt its business model to align with changes in labor regulations and worker expectations. So the tasks to be performed are analyze the impact of gig economy on the traditional labor market, including changes in employment patterns, income stability, and workers' rights. And second one, assess the current and potential future regulations that could affect the gig economy, particularly regarding worker classification, benefits, and minimum wage laws. And third one, discuss the social and economic implications of the gig economy, such as income inequality, job security, and the potential for economic disruption. And fourth one, propose strategies for the ride sharing platform to adapt its business model to meet regulatory requirements and address worker concerns while maintaining profitability. And fifth one is that consider the long term outlook for the gig economy, including potential technological advancements, changing consumer preferences, and the role of government policy. So, coming to the solution, first of all, we should analyze labor market. So, it includes employment patterns, income stability, worker rights. So, employment patterns, if you consider the gig economy has led to more flexible work arrangements with workers enjoying the freedom to choose when and how much they work. However, this flexibility often comes at the cost of job security and benefits traditionally provided by employers. Coming to income stability, gig workers face income volatility due to fluctuating demand and lack of guaranteed hours. So this can make financial planning difficult and increase economic vulnerability. Coming to worker rights, many gig workers are classified as independent contractors, meaning they are not entitled to benefits like health insurance, paid leave, or retirement contributions. So, this classification is increasingly being challenged by labor advocates and lawmakers. The next, regulatory environment, worker classification. So, governments around the world are reconsidering the classification of gig workers. Some jurisdictions are pushing for gig workers to be reclassified as employees, which would entitle them to benefits and labor protections. Benefits and protections. New regulations may require gig companies to provide benefits such as health insurance, unemployment insurance, and paid leave, which could increase operational cost. Minimum wage laws. There is growing pressure of gig workers to receive a minimum wage. Even if they are classified as independent contractors, this could lead to changes in pricing and compensation models for ride sharing platforms. Next, social and economic implications. Income inequality. So, the gig economy can exacerbate income inequality as many gig workers earn low wages with little job security, while the companies they work for generate significant profits. Then, job security. So, the lack of job security in the gig economy can lead to economic instability for workers. So, particularly in times of economic downturns or crisis, they may not have security to their jobs. Next, economic disruption. The gig economic challenges traditional business models and labor market structures, potentially leading to economic disruption if not managed carefully. Next, business model adaptation. Enhanced worker benefits. The ride sharing platform could voluntarily offer benefits like health insurance, retirement plans, or paid time off to gig workers. So, this could improve worker satisfaction and retention as well as preemptively address regulatory changes. And coming to flexible pay structures. So, implementing a flexible pay structure that includes minimum earnings guarantees or bonuses during peak demand times that could help address income volatility for gig workers. The next, partnerships. The company could partner or collaborate with insurance providers or financial institutions to offer discounted services to gig workers such as health insurance or retirement savings plans and making these benefits more accessible. Then, long term outlook, technological advancements. So, automation and AI could reduce the demand for human gig workers in some sectors while creating new opportunities in other. The company should invest in technologies that enhance efficiency and worker experience. Next, changing consumer preferences. As consumers become more aware of the social implications of the gig economy, they may prefer to use services that treat workers fairly. The company should prioritize ethical business practices to maintain a positive brand image. Government policy. The future of gig economy will be shaped by government policies that balance needs of the workers and companies. The ride sharing platform should encourage or engage in dialogue with policymakers to help shape regulations that protect workers while allowing the business to thrive. Thank you.
Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.